Hey, this is DragonFeather, and I'm here to do a video on Wicca. And it's not like, what is Wicca? I'm doing kind of a Wiccan Rede breakdown, and some issues that I want to address in the pagan community, towards Wiccans. For most of you guys know that there's a lot of controversy on if you aren't initiated through a coven, you're not Wiccan. If you don't do this or that, you're not Wiccan. You're not traditionally Wiccan. And if you don't practice in a coven, like, there's a lot of stupid stuff being said, basically, about the whole Wiccan thing. And I just wanted to bring attention to the fact that the main teaching in Wicca is "and ye harm none, do what ye will." What does that mean? That means that if you want to freaking incorporate Jesus in your practice, go for it. You're not hurting anyone else, are you? You're doing what you want. That means you can be solitary Wiccan, you can be eclectic Wiccan, you can do an initiation ritual on your own and still be Wiccan. But when you go after people and you go to people and say that they're wrong and say that they can't do that, that's hurting people. And if you consider yourself a Wiccan and you're doing that, I think you guys really should check your priorities, because that's basically not following your religion. And, you know, we preach a stereotype in paganism is we preach that Christians are horrible, the stereotypical Christian who tries to change everybody, when that's exactly what you guys are being. You guys are trying to change a Wiccan, or trying to change somebody's mind on what they can or cannot do in their practice, and that is not your place. It's not your place to tell somebody that they cannot do it this way, because the main teaching of Wicca is to do what you want as long as you're not hurting anyone. And last time I checked, incorporating Christianity into Wiccan practices wasn't hurting anyone. The last time I checked, incorporating Buddhism into Wicca is not hurting anyone. And witchcraft, not practicing witchcraft, doing this, not initiating yourself into a coven, is not hurting anyone. And it seems to me that the true Wiccans out there are the ones that are solitary, and the ones that are doing, you know, their best to abide by these rules, instead of nitpicking people for not following the rule book, per se. And I'm disgusted, because this is such a beautiful religion, because we're supposed to be so open and so honest with people, and so accepting and so positive and so amazing to people. And that doesn't happen when people are like, "Oh, you're doing it wrong. Oh, you can't cast a spell that way. Oh, blah, blah, blah." Who are you to decide how somebody can and can't do something? I mean, when people ask me, "Oh, can I incorporate this into this in my practice?" It's like, who the fuck says no? Like, it's not my decision, it's your decision. If you want to put, have the Virgin Mary as goddess and Jesus as God in your Wiccan practice, then by all means go for it. A lot of Christians don't believe in the Bible teachings. Yes, the Bible does say witchcraft is bad or a sin, but some Christians don't even follow the Bible. And if that's the case, then just because you have Christian principles inside your Wiccan practice does not mean you have to follow the Bible. That's an option. And this Bible was not written by God himself, and it was written by people many, many years ago, and it's been translated so many times through so many different languages. It's like, it seems to me that it's just become a great story now, and that's really all that it is just an overly picked at, like, it's been exploited and taken out of context, and it's just awful. And I think that, people who go into detail, "Oh, you can't do this and this and this because the Bible says no," it's like, who the fuck says no? I mean, some Wiccans don't even follow the Wiccan Rede, and when people, it's a long poem, and it says certain things about certain woods to burn on certain times, and certain things to do, and stuff like that, and not every Wiccan does that. I mean, yeah, it's in their teachings, but not every Wiccan does that, and I just really want to, get it out there for you guys. Like, if you guys are gonna get in a fight over traditional Wicca or Gardnerian Wicca, or what authors are good or whatnot, what are reliable sources, maybe for you it's not a reliable source, and maybe for you you've had bad experiences, but maybe for some other people it's really helped them change their life. And because of that reason, if you start hitting on somebody and being really, really harsh about who they listen to or how they practice and calling them wrong, I think that that is the furthest you can possibly be from the Wiccan principle, do what you will and harm none, because that is not what it's about. It is not about saying you can't and cannot do this, because that's just like another organized religion that we're all trying to avoid, and I'm pretty sure we came here to avoid that in the first place. So I just want to tell you guys and get you guys, aware of this, that if it's not hurting anyone, if they are not sacrificing animals, in a horrible way, if they are not, hating on Christians, or if they are not hating on other people and just minding their own business, leave them alone and let them practice. And be happy that they have found a path that works for them and that really, really helps them in their life, instead of bashing them on it and giving them just as hard a time as maybe some of the Christian people in their life have, or some of the other people in their life have. Like one of my best friends, you guys have seen her in some of my videos, Hannah. She is, in my opinion, she is the picture perfect Christian, and that's because she doesn't take things literally. She looks at it from a logical and spiritual standpoint, and that's amazing. And she accepts me for who I am, and she's come to ritual with me, and I know she doesn't go to church, but she would like to, last time I talked to her, and she just doesn't like the whole atmosphere. If I'm wrong, Hannah, please correct me, but she is an amazing person, and the reason why she's an amazing person is because she doesn't attack people with their practices, because everybody's different, you guys. And if you're going to tell somebody that their practice in Wicca is wrong, or their practice doing whatever is wrong, I think you seriously need to get your priorities straight, because you need to spend your time doing something else rather than hating on other people, starting fights, and just spreading negativity. Instead of that, embrace their differences and ask them about it. What's your practice like? What's this and this and that? There's so many beautiful religions out there, and so many different combinations of religions out there that can help you reach your spiritual goals. And we're all different, like I said. So please, you guys, don't bash on people for being Christian Wiccans, because that's not technically possible. I'm pretty sure anything is possible if you put your mind to it. And just because terminology and certain people say that it's wrong, if it works for somebody, leave them alone. And it really bothers me, because this is such a great community, and we preach that we're so amazing, and I just don't want us to be hypocritical. We shouldn't be hypocritical, because we preach that we're not. And it's sickening when people, who claim to be Wiccans fight other Wiccans about their practices and the way they do it and the way they go about it. And I really hope that I will see the day that ends in the Wiccan community and the pagan community. But I'm just putting my information out there because it's really been bothering me. And I kind of want to stir the pot a little bit and get people to think about it, because it's a serious issue in my opinion. So if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below and let me know. And until next time, blessed be, and bye.